Hello, good evening, and welcome to Monkeys with Fire. How is everybody tonight? Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good day. So we are going to be continuing our series of spooky horror-themed games as we get closer to Halloween. And so what game are we playing tonight? We're going to be playing a game of Horrified, Universal Studio Monsters from Ravensburger. And I can see Mystical there in the chat saying, Horrified, Horrified, they're playing Horrified tonight. Yes, we are indeed. I'm very much looking forward to this game. I'm enjoying playing all of these as I say, scary and spooky types of games, so looking forward to it. Sarah, are you all set and ready to join me? One second, you say? Okay, no problem. Yes, you ready? Okay, let's bring you on in then. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good, 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 good. Are you ready to help me save this town from these monsters that are causing havoc?
I'm ready to try.
Well, the good thing about it is we are playing together. It is a cooperative game, so it's you and us versus. Well, let's go to the table and find out who we are up against. All right, so we have it all set out, and we are up against Dracula, the Count of Vampires, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Those are our two monsters that we are going to be up against.
But what if we want to be friends with them and we don't want to defeat them?
Well, you know, the win conditions on the game is the such that we will be vanquishing Dracula. I'm afraid Dracula is unsavable. But the creature from the Black Lagoon, I don't think we actually destroy him. We oust him. We ask him to move on to another village.
Can we collect supplies in order to build a large enough aquarium to keep him?
I don't think the types of supplies that are in the game would allow for that kind of construction, but
We'll just murder him. It's fine, monkey, whatever.
I like the idea. I like the idea.
Never allowed to have a pet and nothing.
Well, the thing is, I mean, this village, given the types of infestation of monsters that it receives on a regular basis, I'm not quite sure I would want to live in this village at all. Even though everything is very accessible and it has all the amenities any village could possibly want, all very, very close together. It's pretty. It's quite an amazing village, really. You know, we've got everything. We've got an inn and a theatre and a mansion and an abbey and a museum and a church. And we have an institute and a graveyard and a hospital and a dungeon. I mean, who doesn't want a dungeon?
Ooh, are we fighting off Draculas or are we fighting off mystical unicorn paintings? Because I see some garlic up there.
There is garlic. Yes, there is garlic. That is one.
They might have an onion allergy, and it's a running joke.
Ah, of course. Oh, I do remember. Good evening. Is that Nastillo? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for dropping by. We're just about to start our game of Horrified. So, Sarah, are you reasonably comfortable with how the game plays? Do you want me to go over anything with you?
Yes, please.
Yes, like everything.
Sorry, the last minute out of town trip has kind of thrown a...
It's not a problem. The great thing about it, this game is so easy to teach, and that actually is great. So it's very, very simple. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to randomly select our hero character. We'll do that in a moment. When we have chosen our hero character, we will be told which location on the board we get to start off. We will draw ourselves a perk card, which is a special ability that can be used during the hero phase of either player. Okay, so we're playing as a 2-player game. You can use your perk card during my turn. I can use my perk cards during your turn, okay? So it's not restricted to the active player. So when it is your turn, you will have a number of actions that are detailed at the top of your character board. And you will, so for example, the one we've got visible there is the inspector. So the inspector is able to do up to 4 actions. Let's break those actions down. Let's show you what you can possibly do.
So I'm the inspector, or is it going to change depending on what card is facing?
It's only.
Or is it always 4 actions?
It depends on the character. Okay, so we will find out, but these are all of the actions that you are able to do. And you're able to do multiples of these actions, or so you could do, cut 2 moves and then a pickup maybe, and then a share. So let's just go through them. So, move to an adjacent space, taking any number of villagers with you. We're going to get to a point where there will be a number of innocent bystanders in the village. Should an innocent bystander get an encounter with a monster and the monster attacks, they will more than surely die. And if they die, then our terror tracker moves along by 1 space. If the terror tracker gets to the end, that's 7 events, then it is game over for us. All right, so we can move to an adjacent space, taking any number of villagers. The villagers have a safe area. Each villager has a name of a place in the village that we need to take them to. If we're able to do that, the villager will reward us with a perk card, and it means that that villager cannot be then killed by a monster. So that's something that we're going to want to be mindful of as we're playing. We can guide...
Yay, thanks for the sub. Sorry for interrupting. Thanks for the sub, Roger.
Oh, thank you, Roger. What's that? 28 months. Thank you so much. Welcome. We're just going through the rules on Horrified from Ravensburger. So the next action is guide. Guide one of your villagers to or from an adjacent space. So that means you can draw a villager towards you, or you can push a villager away from you by 1 space. Pick up any number of items in your space. Share items between heroes in your space. So since there's only the 2 of us, we will pretty much be sharing items back into when we are both together on the same location. Advance. So advance a task by using an item at a specific location. We'll explain that in a little bit more detail because advance is particular to the monsters that we are playing with in this particular game. As is defeat. Defeat a monster by using items in that monster's space. I'll explain that in a second as well. And then special action, which each hero character has a special action you're able to do. Alright, so those are all the different actions that you're able to do. On the reverse of this, it does then tell us what happens during the monster phase. So what's going to...
no, I gotta write that down too.
No, it's okay. I will manage all of this side, but ultimately we are going to draw up a monster card, and we are going to go through 3 different actions within that phase. Now, something to make you aware of, there are 30 monster cards. If we get to the point where we can no longer draw a monster card, we automatically lose the game. All right?
So 30 cards?
30 cards, that's it. We've obviously taken far too long. So basically, it's going to be 15 cards for you and 15 for me. It's only a small amount of time. All right, let's go back to the table and I will explain the conditions on how to defeat these monsters.
What was the event? I'm sorry, I was just trying to write down a quick thing just so I know what's happening on each turn.
Okay, so
But the items, they draw items, but then what was event?
the event is resolving the event on the monster card. You'll see this very, very soon. And then it's Monster Strike.
Okay.
I'll explain that as we actually play. So then,
Right.
we have Dracula, who's the first monster. We have the creature from the Black Lagoon. And of course, the game is scalable, so if we wanted to, if we had more players, we could introduce more monsters. Of course, the more monsters that you bring into the game, the more you've got to deal with, and that's how the difficulty is altered. These two characters are suggested for a first-time play, and so this is our first time. We're going to go with the suggested monsters, but I will show us at the end of the game the others that are available, because of course, if you are familiar with the monsters from Universal Studios pictures, then you're going to know these classic characters and you're going to enjoy them. Okay, so what we're going to have to do, how do we defeat Dracula? So Dracula has 4 coffins spread out around the village. He has a coffin in the cave, there's a coffin in the dungeon, there's a coffin in the crypt, and there's one in the graveyard. So how do we defeat Dracula? What we need to do is collect red items, so you can see the red items that are dotted around on the board, and we must deliver items with a value of 6 or more in the location where the coffin is. And that ultimately breaks the coffin. And once we've broken all 4 of his coffins, we can then confront Dracula himself. So a 6 or more, taking a look here, this pistol actually has a value of 6. So we only need to actually have 1 item with that there. But hang on a second. The pitchfork is a value of 4, and what's that? A dart is a value of 2. Those 2 items together could do another coffin. All right, so that's how we're going to take out the coffins. Once we have done that, we must then travel to whichever space Dracula is on and use yellow items up to a value of 6 or more. So let's just take a look here. We have garlic of a value of 2 and wolfsbane as a value of 4. Those 2 items combined together, when we are stood on the space with Dracula, we can use those and defeat him. Alright, that seems pretty straightforward, doesn't it? Alright, so that's how we're going to defeat Dracula. The creature from the Black Lagoon has got something slightly different. We have to go to the camp up at the top here on the board, and we must use either a yellow, a red, or a blue item. And we use the advance action. And what this allows us to do is to move this boat around the lagoon. We are trying to get to the creature's lair. The colour of item that we use determines the distance the boat goes. So for example, looking at the chart, the first is a red, then we have a yellow, then we have a blue. If we were to use a red icon, we would just cover up the red. If we used a yellow, we would skip that red and go all the way up to the yellow. And then the same for the blue. Once we get to that blue point, if we used another blue, we could effectively skip that red and come to this blue just down here. So we can use subsequent colours to try and push ourselves along as fast as possible. Now the creature does have a way of repelling us, and we'll explain that because that's part of the monster phase. But ultimately, once we have got to the creature's lair, all we need to do is use a yellow, a red, and a blue item all together, and that will defeat him. So again, reasonably straightforward, reasonably simple, but we will see what happens as we play. Now then, what else do I have to explain? I've explained about, so if we are in a space with a monster, monsters pretty much, they have a priority order on whom they are going to attack. A monster is always going to try and move and attack a hero, and if there is not one close enough, they will then try and move and attack a villager. As I explained, for every villager that is killed, we will move the terror track along. Once it gets to the 7th space, it is game over for us.
Okay.
Okay.
So my plan of sacrificing villagers is not a good plan.
It's not a good plan, no. You do not want to sacrifice villagers. We're supposed to be trying to save them.
Okay.
If the monster, and it is a case of rolling dice, and we have the dice just down here, and I'll just show you. So on these dice, we have 2 blank faces. We have, is it 3? 3 hit faces. So the hits are the sort of the explosions, let's call it that. And then we have 1 exclamation mark. So the hits, if the monster hits you, you can discard an item and that repels that particular hit. But say, for example, it rolled 2 dice, then you would have to have 2 items to repel those 2 hits. If you get hit, you basically are knocked out and you will wake up in the hospital right down at the bottom of the board here. You do not lose any of the items that you might be carrying or any of the perks, but what does happen is the terror track moves along by 1. So it's you and the villagers you've got to be wary of. So I think maybe when we start, we want to pick up as many items as possible because that's our defense as well as the way for us to defeat the monsters. Let me just make sure I've got that. So that's correct on doing the hits. The only other thing is the exclamation mark. So each monster has a special ability. So for Dracula, his exclamation mark refers to his dark charm. He is able to draw the active player, so the person whose turn it is, to the space that Dracula is on. All right. So of course, then that person, that hero, is close enough for them to be able to attack. The creature from the Black Lagoon, what they are able to do is they're able to push the boat back by 1 space. So if they manage to roll multiple exclamations, it will go back 1 space per die. Obviously, at the start of the game here, we're right at the beginning, so there's nothing to push back on. But once we get closer to the lair, it does have the ability to be able to push you away from the lair, and hence you need to come back again to be able to then use items to try and defeat it. Alright, so I think we are good. Let me just quickly go through just to make sure I have not missed anything. Just with movement, you cannot move into water spaces. So we have water spaces, we have the river, we have the waterfront, and we have the lagoon where the creature is. Obviously, we cannot go into those spaces, but the creature can. And the creature will be using the water network to try and get to us. It's a way of it being able to creep up to us a lot quicker than what we might be able to do around the village. Villagers cannot move into water spaces. Monsters do not affect a villager's movement. So villagers are able to run past monsters. However, I just want to make sure I get this right. So monsters do not affect the hero's movement. So a hero may move into, out of, or end their turn in a space with one or more monsters. However, this could make you more vulnerable to their attacks during the monster phase. All right. But if a monster is moving, if the monster lands in a space with I think it is with a villager and a hero. I'm just going to double check. So the monster moves a number of spaces in a card towards the closest person, hero or villager. As soon as a monster is in a space with a person, they stop moving. If the monster started in a space with a person, they do not move at all. It's going to be fine. We're all going to be fine. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so let us sort out our characters. And we're going to just do this randomly. Give these a bit of a shuffle. This game does play.
It looks like a really cute game, and I like how everything isn't just square, and it's very cute.
Oh yeah, it's very thematic.
Are those like cardboard? Are those like thicker?
These are good, heavy, hefty pieces. So there's your character. There's my character. All right. Let's find out who you're playing. Ah, you are the scientist. So you have 4 actions, and your special ability is you may add 1 to the strength of any item you use. That's helpful. And your starting location is the Institute. So I'm going to place your character just on top there, so you can always see who you are. And let's just find you here. You're in the Institute. Now, all the characters, typically they're all on standees. But what I've done is I'm not going to use the standees, so we can lie these flat so that you can actually see yourself clearly on the board. And that's the same for the villagers. There's all little plastic standees to put these cutouts into, which is all very, very helpful. All right, let's take a look. Let's see who I am. Oh, that looks just like me. I am the Professor. So I have 4 actions. My special action is move any hero or villager 1 space. All right. So I'm the Professor, and I start in the hospital. So we actually start quite close to one another. Down at the bottom of the board.
And you can use that special action during my turn, correct? So if I needed like 1 extra space to move, you could move me?
Let me just double check about the special action. It's the perks. We haven't done the perks yet. So no, because special action is part of your hero action phase. So no, it's the perks that you can use. So we're going to draw these. So here's the first.
Oh, the perk cards can be played during any time. Okay.
Yes. So here we go. We're going to do your card first. Let's see what you have. And I'm just going to...
perk cards?
This is perk cards. So I'm going to show you this, but hang on a second.
And I assume these are one and dones?
Yes, they are. Yes. So here you go. Break of Dawn. So skip the next monster phase. Draw and place 2 items from the item bag. So play during any hero phase. So as we say, it can be done within my phase. It can be done within your phase. All right, but that's a good perk.
So skip next monster phase. Draw and place 2 item bags. So that's all good stuff, though.
Yes. Oh, yes. Perk cards are all good. It's all a bonus.
So skip monster and draw 2 items.
Yep. So
or place. Okay.
What will happen, we'll explain that in a second, is when the monster phase occurs, there is a number at the top. That's the number of items we'll draw out of the black bag, and we place them around the village. And of course, items are what we want, aren't they? All right, let's take a look at what my perk card is, because of course we're working together, so nothing's hidden.
And how do we get new perk cards?
By saving villagers and not leaving them for monsters to kill. Yes.
Okay.
Unlike your original plan.
Fine.
So overstock. Each player draws and places 1 item from the item bag. Okay, so more items. More items are good. All right, so there we go. Okay, so I think we are good to go. The game suggests that the first player should be the person who most recently ate garlic, which we know that Manda certainly wouldn't be the one in that count. So, Sarah, when did you last have garlic?
When did I eat curry? Was that yesterday?
Oh, if you had curry yesterday,
No.
then you definitely win.
What did I eat yesterday?
If it didn't include garlic, it doesn't matter. Was it Sunday? Amanda's saying it was Sunday you had garlic.
Sunday, I for sure.
Okay, so there you go. If you had it on Sunday, I definitely had it on Saturday, so that means you go first. So you have 4 actions. You're starting at the Institute down at the bottom. What do you want to do?
So I want to collect the items, right? No.
Yep,
Yeah, I
yes.
can pick up the items. How many
Absolutely.
can I carry?
You can. It's unlimited. So
And
don't worry about
I
that.
want to pick up whatever item is with me.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you're going to pick that up. We're just going to place your items over there. So that's 1 action done.
And then I can move, I guess.
Yeah.
Or is there, okay. Share advance, because there's nothing else to do in that space.
Exactly. So you go to the next space, but you can only walk along the lit pathways in the village. So even though there is a path to the waterfront, you cannot go that way. All right. So the next place for you
So
to go.
move was my second item.
So
So
move
then
is second.
third action would be pick up.
So you're going to pick up a camera. Okay. So you've got that. That's your 3rd action.
I guess I'll move again.
Okay. And into the shop you go. Mm-hmm. All right. So there you go. That's your 4 actions. See? Really, really quick, really simple. So there you go. We then go to the monster phase. So we draw up a card. Okay, so it's telling me right at the top of the card. In fact, let me show you. Let's show you this first card. What we will do is I will show you this one, and then from that point onwards, unless it's a really special card, we'll skip through this quite quickly. Let's take a look so I can explain everything on the card, and we can take a look at the artwork here. So we have the number at the top. That refers to the number of items we're going to draw out of the bag. So we're going to put 3 out in a moment. Then we have the event, and we must resolve this event. So this is the Insane Survivor. Place Renfield at the docks. So we have our first villager that we are going to try to save. And then down at the bottom, this is the monster strike. So what happens is we have a series of icons that tell us which monsters are actually doing things. So the bat symbol, of course, represents Dracula. So Dracula is going to move 2 spaces towards the closest hero. They are then going to roll 2 dice, and depending on that results, will determine what happens. Next to it, you can see a flaming symbol. One of the monsters, as we play, is going to be frenzied. They are going to be the one that is on edge at the most. And in this instance, it is Dracula. So it means that Dracula will actually do another turn. And again, will move another 2 spaces and will roll 2 die, depending on what's going to happen at that location. The frenzied symbol can be moved to the other monster. So it depends where we are at the game, whether that frenzied symbol is either Dracula or the creature. But at this moment, it is Dracula. All right, so that's a typical monster card. Let's go and do the actions on this then. Excuse me a second while I cough. Okay, so we have a nice black bag here. We need to take out 3 items. give it a bit of a shuffle, and we'll take out 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So all of these items have a location. So we have a torch going into the barn. We have a kite going to the tower. There's the tower. There's the tower. Lots of kites in the tower. And we have a cosmic ray diffuser also going in the tower. Tower has got lots of stuff. We then have to put Renfield at the docks. Well, there we go. Renfield is at the top there. There is Renfield. Renfield wants to go to the hospital. Well, that makes sense, doesn't he? He's a little bit insane. So we want to get Renfield to the hospital.
Where's the hospital?
Where's the hospital? It's down here somewhere, isn't it? It's with me. It's all the way down here with me. So that's where the hospital is. We have to get him all the way around the board to here. We have Dracula here, and we have the creature just here. So Dracula is going to move. So let's see how this goes. He's going to move up to 2 towards the closest hero or villager. We know that Renfield is far away, so let's count up to you. 1, 2, 3. You are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm afraid you are the closest hero. So 1, 2. Then we roll 2 dice. Let's see what happens. Okay. So, obviously, the attack doesn't do anything because there's nobody to attack. Actually, I wonder how... Let me just double check this. Okay, attack. So attack. One person in the monster space by rolling the number of attack dice indicated. If there are no people in the monster space, the monster does not attack. Do not roll the dice. So in fact, we don't roll dice because there's no people there. Yes, we don't need to roll. Okay, so ignore that. It's only if there is somebody in the space, then we roll the dice. Okay, so we then go and because Dracula is frenzied, we do it all again. So he goes 2 spaces. Now again, 1, 2, it takes it to you. 1, 2, 3 to me. So he's definitely coming over to you. Now he gets to roll the 2 dice.
Oh, he gets 2 movements?
He does, yes. Yes, so he's done 2 hits. Now, it's up to you. You can either discard the 2 items that you have picked up, or you take 2 hits. Or you could discard 1 item and take 1 hit. Up to you.
What are the items?
Well, the items themselves are not necessarily important. It's the value, and you have 2 items at value 3 each.
So if I took the hits and then attacked him with those items, well, no, because I had to hit him with a blue, a white, or a blue, yellow, and red. Oh
yeah, but you can't do that yet. You can only start attacking Dracula. First of all, you need yellow items to attack him, but you need to have destroyed all of the coffins first. So there's nothing you can do at the moment. He is invincible at this time.
And what's my health number at?
You don't really have... You don't have health in that manner. Basically, what would happen is if you do not deflect this attack, you are automatically defeated and you end up in the hospital. All right. The thing is that we will move the terror marker along by the number of attacks that hit, and of course, once we get to 7, game over.
All right, then I guess I'm dropping those 2 items, huh?
I think so. Yeah. So they are in the discard. We'll just place them away. That's it. All right. I want to just make sure that I have done all that correct, but I believe so. Okay, so you may discard 1 item for each hit symbol if the hero does not have enough items. 1 hit defeats a hero. Because of course you're up against Dracula, you know. When a hero is defeated, increase the terror level by moving marker 1 space. Remove that hero from the board. At the start of the player's next turn, they place their hero at the hospital and take their turn as normal, including their full number of actions. A defeated hero does not lose any items or perk cards.
So if I would have wound up in the hospital, I would have kept those cards. You
would, yes. But what would have happened is we would be at point 2 on the terror track.
Right.
In other words, we're like just shy of 1/3 of the way to failure. And that's what we're managing here. It's going to be a case of, you know, sometimes we might want to take that damage, all right, because we want to keep the items. This is the juggling of situations we're going to have to manage. All right, so that is your turn done. We discard that card. It goes over to me. I have 4 actions, so I'm going to go.
Do I still get a turn, though?
You had your turn at the beginning. Remember, each turn, right, is your actions and then the monster. Now it's my actions and then the monster, and it'll go back over to you. Yeah, it's very quick, very quick. So I've moved for 1 action. My second action is to pick up these 2 items. I have some wine and a crucifix, because of course.
Yellow, you can defeat him.
No. Remember, yellow is when we get to the end, but we have to pick up red items to break the crypts. Or the coffins, I suppose.
Do you need the 6+ red cards to defeat
Yes,
the...
yes. We can't. So I've got the right items for defeating him, but not at this stage. We need to get these red items up at the top of the board here. All right. So I've gone 1. I've picked up 2 items. That's 2. If I go 3. Oh, you see, I'm getting close to. If I go to you, what are the chances of the next card being Dracula? Mystic's saying go up 1 more, but now I'm getting there. Yes, I think I'd probably go up 1 more, go to the mansion, so that's 4. Ah. Ooh. Oh, actually, let's go back to 3, and I will use my special action. And I can move any hero or villager 1 space. So why don't I move you 1 over there?
Okay.
And that means we're equal distance. Now, it means he will come and attack me, but it means you're a little bit closer to picking up these items, potentially going to get Renfield, and certainly getting some of these red items. We are working together on this. All right, so there you go. That's what I'm going to finish on. So let's take a look at the monster card. Ah, okay. So there are no items being placed. It is the creature from the Black Lagoon. Retreat. Place the creature at the river. So the river, the creature goes to the river. Done. And then we take a look. So we have symbols at the bottom here. So first of all, it is the Wolfman. The Wolfman's not in this game. Then we have the bride of Frankenstein. She is not in this game. So then we have the frenzied monster, which of course is Dracula. So Dracula moves 1 space. He's going to go towards the closest hero. You've got no items now. Because I'm the active player, I get to choose. You've got no items. I've got items. I'm going to bring Dracula to me. All right.
Okay.
But now I get to roll 3 die. So let's hope. Oh! Okay, so that's 2 hits. So I'm going to have to discard my 2 items. But then it is the special action, the Dark Charm of Dracula. Place the current player's hero in Dracula's space. Now, that would mean it would be me coming to this space, but I'm already there, so that means I don't move. So that's okay. So, there we go. That's me done. Over to you. Got your 4 actions.
I'm going to move 2 over to the tower.
Okay. So that's 2.
A third action would be to pick everything up.
That's 3.
And then my 4th action would be to guide the villager.
Yep.
Over to me.
Yep. So that's 4. Excellent. Done. Okay. So we then draw up a monster card. All right. Here we go. We get 3 items placed down randomly in the village. Remember, you have that perk card. So during my hero phase or your own, you can play that at any time. 1, 2, 3. 3 items. What do we have? We have a dart going into the inn. We have wine in the church. We have a tablet in the museum. Where's the museum? Museum, there it is. Museum, a tablet. All right. We have the fortune teller. So, Mel-Eva, she is going to be in the camp. Where is Mel-Eva? There she is. Mel-Eva wants to go to the shop. That's her safe space. Okay. We then have the Wolfman, who would be activated, but he's not in the game. So it goes to the Frenzied. Because I am in that space, it's going to be me that he's going to attack. So he does not move, and he rolls 2 dice. Oh, okay, well, we're going to have no effect on the Dark Charm, but we're going to take 1 hit. I do not have anything to discard, so that goes by 1, and I come down to the hospital. All right. So it now comes back over to me. I start refreshed. What is the best thing for me to do? I just need to get away from this damn vampire. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I could get away from get to there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could get there. I feel like we do need to get these red items, don't we? So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get up to that point just there. Okay, and so monster card. Okay, we put down 2 items. Ah, fantastic. 2 reds. Reds are what we want. We have a rifle in the barn. And we have a torch in the barn. My goodness, there's so much ammunition in that barn. What's been going on in this village? It is the thief, so we don't need to worry about that. We then have, oh my goodness, we have the creature. The creature gets to move 1. Oh! So the creature is on the space with me, and it rolls 3 dice. Let them be blanks, please. Ah, there's 2 blanks, but a hit, and there's nothing that I can do. I have nothing to repel, so that goes by 1, and I come back to the hospital. Come on, Sarah, it's up to you. You've got to make things work here.
Into that barn and pick all that stuff up.
Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, and 3 to pick it all up. So that puts you and Renfield up in the barn. So you've got 1 more action. Can I suggest that... Oh, actually... Oh, well... We're both too... Actually, no. What I'm going to suggest is for this round, do the monster phase... But then for my round, use your perk card so that we don't have to do the monster phase, which will hopefully allow me to skip past these monsters, because otherwise they've got me pinned down here in this hospital, haven't they? Maybe that's an idea. But you've got 1 action left, so what are you going to do?
Well, and my special action is my items are +1 strength.
Yes. But that would actually be an action, so you would get to use that. You'd have to use an action to add 1 to your strength, but you're not at that stage to be able to do that just yet. So the only thing you could do is you could move, but moving you would take you down to the theatre, and of course that puts you pretty close to the creature, doesn't it?
I'd almost want to stay there.
Yeah.
Now then I have the whole guide. 1 villager, 2 are from an adjacent tile, and nobody's adjacent. That other one's too far away, so...
Yeah.
I'd almost stop right here.
Okay, stop there. So we're going to do the monster card, yeah?
I guess so.
Makes sense, yes. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Here we go. So this is 3 items. Get placed down. That's 1, 2, 3. What do we have? We have a crucifix in the church. We have a canopic jar in the museum. And we have the scroll of Thoth in the museum. Okay. Then we have the enthralled. So Lucy is in the theatre. And then Dracula is doing his thing. Dracula is going to move 2 towards the closest hero. It's going to be me. 1, 2. And then is going to attack with 1 die. Oh, this is it. Monkey is finally doing dice rolls that we want to see. Excellent. Okay, so does nothing. But then it is the frenzied monster, which is Dracula. So he doesn't move and he rolls 1 die. Let's find out what happens. And so he does a hit. Oh my goodness, I'm taking so many for the team here. We move that for 3. I just end up in the hospital. He's attacking me in the hospital. I can't even get out of my hospital bed and he's there waiting for me.
Where does this lady want to go?
The enthralled Lucy wants to go to the mansion. She wants to come over to here. So you could take a weaving turn. So it's your go now. You got your 4 actions. Good evening, Augie. Welcome.
All right. I know that I need to be killing coffins, but I think I might just pick up this lady and go down to the mansion and drop her off.
To get another perk.
I'll get another perk card. Yeah.
So that's 1. That's 2 to get her with you. That's 3.
No, she's not. They just move with you.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's
So my 4th move should be onto the mansion.
No. You were at the barn. So you come down for 1. Then there's a space here that's 2. Then there's a space. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes, you're right. Yes. Hang on. 1,
No.
2, 3,
No.
4. Yeah. Okay, so mansion. So yes, Lucy has been returned. So she is good.
And if we
put
want
her there.
now, I could skip the monster turn.
Well, you pick up a perk card, so let's find out what that is. It's the overstock. It's the same as what I have. So each player draws and places 1 item from the item bag. So it's still your turn. We could do both of our perks right now. We can do all the perks if we wanted to. Should we do that?
But if I skip the monster, then you have a chance of escaping.
I do, yes. So I think how about we just play all of our perks right now? Because there's no limit to it, and it means that we don't have to deal with the monster phase, and we get effectively 4 new items placed out on the board. And of course, it's all about the items, isn't it? We need items.
Fine, you want to do that? Let's do it.
Okay.
We'll do what Monkey wants to do. I'm just trying to save you, and you're all like, let's do everything. It's fine.
It doesn't seem a point of
Nope,
waiting.
do it.
You don't
Might
think
as well
we should
do it. Yep, just do
No.
it. Nope, just do it. We're already doing it. We've already committed. Do it.
Are you sure?
Do it. Well, yeah, now we have to go. Do it.
Okay.
You know what you're waiting for? Do it, Monkey.
Okay. So each player draws and places 1 item from the bag. So that's 2. And then you make me feel bad. And then skip the next monster phase and draw and place 2 items from the bag. So we've got a total of 4 items that are being placed. And we don't have to deal with the monster. Because remember, the monster phase is the opportunity to draw up new items, isn't it? Well, we're skipping that now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we have? We have a stake. The stake is in the Abbey. We have an experiment in the laboratory. We have an anatomy test in the institute. And we have a centrifuge in the lab. There we go. Okay, so skipping the monsters, it's over to me. I get to do 4. I just want to run away as quickly as I possibly can. As much as I want to pick items up. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4? Could get me there, couldn't it? So...
You sure you shouldn't pick up some items?
Well, okay, I could go to here. In fact, yes, I'm going to go here and pick those up. So that is, at least I've got 2 items to defend myself with. So that was 3 movement and 1 pickup. Okay, so we're both in the mansion. And you've got Renfield still. So we get a new monster card. We get to draw 3 items out. So 3 items. 1, 2, 3. What have we got? We have a silver cane that goes in the shop. Where's the shop? Oh, there it is. We have a rapier. Goes in the theatre. There's a sword. And we have the institute with another anatomy test. Okay. Former employer. So place Dr. Cranley at the lab. There's the doctor. The good doctor. There he is. He's in the lab. Oh, the doctor's close to the monsters. Okay, and then we missed the Invisible Man, but it is Dracula. Dracula moves 1. He's gonna go to the church. And then he's going to roll 2 die. But he doesn't roll. No, he doesn't roll die because there's nobody there.
We had a question in chat. You skipped the monster phase. Do you still draw a card?
We skipped the previous players. So it was Sarah's turn. She skips the monster phase. It then goes to my turn, and I have my own monster phase, which is what we're doing right now. So each player, we basically have, it's our hero turn, then the monster phase. Hero turn, monster phase. So it plays very, very quickly. So yes, it was purely just for Sarah's turn. She didn't have to deal with the monsters, hence it saved, gave me a little bit of breathing room, which was good. Let me just double check this. Just want to make sure I am getting it right. So monster strike. So attack. Attack one person in the monster space by rolling the number of attack dice. If there are no people in the monster space, the monster does not attack. Do not roll the dice. So it is only if... Yeah, it's only if there are people in the space. Okay. So we are good. So he moved 1. He moved from the hospital. He moved to the church. That's it. Over to you, Sarah. We are down to 3 on the terror track. We're halfway to failure. And Necromantic, thank you so much for joining us again. Welcome. Hope you've had a good day. So, Sarah, where are you going?
Mm-hmm.
Mystic saying go and break the top left coffin. We do need to do some coffin destroying for sure.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Yeah, so...
And I'll pick up this stuff in the camp.
Well, let's just check. So remember, destroying the coffin is an action. So 1, 2, 3, you'd have to just go to the... So if you want to destroy the coffin, you're going to have to...
Let's destroy the coffin.
Yeah, but you do get to pick up another villager. She wants to go to the shop.
Now then, I need to have at least 6 red powered cards.
So 6 red. So let's just see what you've got. You got 5, a 6, a 4, and a 5. So you could effectively use...
I'll do it with the 5.
Well, you've got to do the 5, and you've got to put another item with it because it's got to be 6 or more.
No, I know, but I get +1 strength.
But you have to use that ability, and of course you've got no actions left. Your special...
You're the worst, monkey. Then I'll use the 6.
Yes, your special action is your special ability is an action, so you need to have that saved for the end. So just use the rifle. Use your 6. So you've destroyed the first of the coffins.
You never let me have any rules that help.
It's because I know what you like. So the cave, you've destroyed the coffin in the cave.
New viewers, he means awesome and magical and fantastical. That's what I'm like. That's what I'm like.
Uh-huh.
What do you like? Awesomeness. That's what I'm like.
Sarah's unique ability of rewriting the rules as we play. So,
if I don't try at least once, and did we even play a game?
Exactly. So there we go. We've got our first coffin that has been destroyed in the cave. We have 3 more to go. Okay, so, we're halfway. There's doom and destruction, but hey, maybe we'll be okay. We draw the monster card. We have 3 items going out into the village. I feel like these villagers need to go on eBay or something and sort of sell some of their stuff because it's just collecting everywhere, isn't it? We got a knife at the docks. We have Woodbane at the camp. And we have a searchlight in the precinct. Where's the precinct?
Wait, top.
Oh, there you go. Yep. There we go. Thank you. So it's the worried fiancée. It's Elizabeth. Place Elizabeth in the mansion. Oh, that's fantastic. Elizabeth is there with me in the mansion. Okay, and so what do we have? We have Frankenstein and the Bride and then Frenzy. And so Dracula moves one space closer. He is coming to the mansion. Okay, so that was your go. So it's now my turn. Elizabeth needs to go to the tower all the way over here. I have no red items, so I cannot do anything. But I could do something with the creature. Or do I go 1, 2, 3, and I could pick everything up? I think that's what I should do, shouldn't I? Do you agree?
Okay.
Yeah? 1, 2, 3, pick everything up there. I've got some,
So you have 4 actions too, right?
Yes, I do, yes.
Okay.
So I have gone to the inn. I've picked up lots of items. Some garlic, some darts. Okay, yes. I feel a little bit safer now. Though, of course, we have to worry. We're all the way at the top here, but Dr. Cranley is down on his own. We might need to come and save the good doctor. Okay, we have a monster card. There's 2 items going out. What do we have? We have... Oh my goodness. Monocane mixture in the inn. Oh, that's good. And some research in the tower. Don't have to worry about the invisible man. Ah, but it is the creature. The creature is moving. The creature moves 1. Now, he's going to go towards the closest hero. Well, 1, 2, 3 for me. And you're much further away. So he's going to go for this villager. He's going to go for the good doctor. Now, 1 would bring him to the shop. 1 would bring him to the waterfront for the institute. So in fact, it is the shop that he's going to go to. And that's it. Okay. Over to you, Sarah. And just to remind you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've gone through 8 monster cards. Remember I said that there was 30? Okay, over to you.
Let's see. I want to get over to that other coffin.
You've got the coffin. There's obviously the coffin down here. We've got the coffin in the dungeon. We've got the coffin in the graveyard.
I can't go through the lagoon, can I?
Nope. Only the creature can go through the lagoon.
Let's see here. And if I go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I would get to the theater.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, theatre is as close as you can get. But actually, you have a reasonable amount of equipment now that...
I'm thinking if I go to the camp, pick everything up, that's 1, 2. 3, 4 would put me at the mansion. And then, yeah, I'm probably going to have to fight off some stuff, but then I'll have items to drop, and then on my next turn, I'll be able to get to that other coffin.
Yes. Yeah, that thing.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to the camp, and I'm going to pick stuff up.
Okay, so that's 1. Now you're picking stuff up. It's 2. And then you're
what does it say in the box for the camp?
Okay, so it's up to you. You could use, so you've done 2. Your third action could be to drop one of these items to move our boat to try and find the creature's lair. And of course, that's something that we haven't started doing. Now, from this, the best thing you could do is you could drop a blue, and that would give us the furthest amount of space on the boat. Have you got a low value blue? You got a 3. You've got a 1. You've got 2 1s. So you could drop one of the kites, and we could move that boat a fair distance.
Or I could stick with my original plan.
Or you could stick with the original plan. So you've gone 1. You picked up, which was 2. This would bring you to 3. You'd be at 4 for the
I'll
mansion.
just go to the mansion.
Okay. There you are. Mystical, it's my special action to be able to move a hero or a villager, so it means that I would be reducing the amount of actions I do. So of course, yes, I can move her along in my next turn. That's absolutely fine. But it's not a free action. The only free actions are the perk cards that we use. Okay. All right, so you've moved. We do the monster card. Ah, the monster card. There's 0 items to be deployed, but the creature goes to the waterfront. That is so lucky. So all the way to the waterfront. But then it is Dracula who is moving, and he's going to go to the closest hero by 1 space. So he comes to the mansion to find the scientist, and he's rolling 3 dice. Oh, well, that's really good. So you only have 1 hit to repel. You could get rid of one of those kites, which is a value of 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll drop one of those.
Drop a kite. Here, Dracula, be entertained by this beautifully coloured kite. Fantastic. Okay. So, Dracula is done.
You thought you wanted to drink my blood, Dracula, but instead, go fly this kite.
Go fly the kite. Okay.
Up to the highest height.
That's it. So, the professor, Elizabeth needs to go to the tower. He can go 1, 2, pick up 3, 4 to the tower. I think that's the best thing, isn't it? Yeah? Because then I can get to the dungeon next, and I'll have picked up another red, and I will have my 3, or I will have sufficient red items. I think that's probably the best thing to do. So, 1, 2, pick up is 3, go to the tower is 4, and Elizabeth, for whatever reason, is safe in the tower. And we get to pick up a perk card. It is the Break of Dawn. Skip the next monster phase and draw and place 2 items from the bag. So, potentially. Now, do we want to should we do that right now?
What is it?
So basically, we can skip the monster phase. So it means that you can get away from Dracula.
Might be smart.
I think we should do it, yes. Because otherwise...
I mean, I did it that one time to save you.
We're working together. We're working together. So, let's do that. We get to put down 2 items, and it'll be your go straight away.
All right, let's get on over to the... well, I guess I could pick up that...
Hang on, we need items out. So, we got an item in the lab, and an item in the camp, a fossil. All right, over to you now. What are you going to do? 4 actions.
I guess I can pick up the... whatever that room is. I guess I could pick up whatever's in there and then go into the crypt.
So you could go 1 to the Abbey, 2 to pick up the stake, 3 to go to the crypt, and 4 to destroy the coffin.
Or to kill it.
Yep.
Or, hear me
go on.
out. We don't do the Abbey. We just go into the crypt so that way I can use my special action.
You've got to go into the Abbey. The Abbey has the stairs leading down.
Oh, I
into
know
the
that,
crypt.
but I don't have to spend the extra action to pick up the stake.
Oh no, that's true. That's true.
Monkey,
Yes.
I know what I'm talking about.
All right.
Gosh.
So you want to go 1, 2 to the crypt.
Yes.
Destroy
The crypt with just 1 item.
with 1 item. Yes, because you can use then your special ability to add the
Yes.
1. Yes. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clever.
You're going to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay. So 1, 2, use your special item ability, adds +1, which is free. And I guess you're going to use this 5, aren't you? The torch.
Yes, please.
There you go. So that's been done, and you've destroyed the coffin in the crypt. Oh, Dracula, better watch out. You are halfway.
I like the little busted coffin tokens.
And they sit perfectly on the illustrations. It's very clever. It's
Very
nice.
cute. This is a very cute game.
It is, isn't it? Okay, so monster card.
Are the little item cards like thick little cardboard too?
As in these eyes? Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. These are proper good, sturdy cardboard items. Oh, yeah.
Nice. So the only thing that's like thin cards is just the monster cards.
Is the cards, and these cards here. These are just ordinary sort of thin cardboard.
Right.
You know, the same thickness as normal cards. Everything else is chunky cardboard. You got nicely detailed board game minis. All the
And
character
it's 2 players
cards.
to how many?
It's 1 player up to 5.
Oh, 1 to 5. Oh, nice.
So Mystical, I may have to pick up this game up. I'm loving it. It's a very accessible game. You know, we blasted through the rules straight away. I think anybody who's watching now should have a good sense of how it plays. Now the challenge is making it all work together so that we can save this village from these
We're
monsters.
all like, we're loving this game, but we're nowhere near like actually defeating anything yet. So we might be speaking too soon.
Well, here we go. We picked this card up, the monster card. There's 0 items to be placed. Sunrise. Place Dracula at the crypt. Mwahaha.
Wait, that's where I am.
So unfortunate.
I distracted him with a kite, and now he's just gonna magically appear where I am.
Yeah.
Worst game ever. I'm taking it all back.
So, and again, just fate has it that the frenzied character is Dracula. So Dracula won't move because you are there, and he rolls 2 dice for his attack. Let's find out.
Well, he's about to get another kite.
So that's a no attack, but he does his special ability, Dark Charm. Place the current player's hero in Dracula's space. Well, you are already there. So
Take that.
yeah, I think that's it. That's how I read it.
All right, I like this game again. Okay.
Okay, so that's it. We have done that. Monster card done. It is over to me. I am going to... 1, it's going to be 2. It's going to be 3 and 4, isn't it really? I could go to the dungeon, destroy the coffin, come back out to the tower and pick up an item. Oh, here we go. But Mystical's saying, Monkey, if you move her on your turn, she can end her turn on the last coffin. Oh, you see, Mystical's working it all out. So if you end up there, then it'd be going 1, 2, 3,
So essentially,
4.
you could go and defeat the dungeon, which would be 2 turns,
If I go 1
and then you
and
could
2,
move me 2.
I could do.
And then
Yes.
you could move me 2, and then that means on my turn I could go in and defeat the last one. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I vote you do that.
I voted as well, yes. Okay, so I'm going to move 1. And I'm going to use my sword and my dart to destroy the coffin, which is 2. So what was that? That was the dungeon. Okay. And then I'm going to use my ability, special action. So I'm going to move you 3. And I'm going to move you again 4.
Ha ha ha!
Okay. Oh, I think we might. I think that getting started, we made a few little mistakes. You know, mistakes were made. Yeah, but we have learned, and we are now Yes, we've got this. Don't worry, villagers. We will save the day. Okay, so we get
Not sure about you, guy in the laboratory. You're not on our save list right now.
Yes, he's very much on his own at the moment, isn't he? He needs to get to the precinct all the way at the top there. Oh my goodness. The ichthyologist? Oh, he's obviously somebody who is associated with a museum. But first of all,
who is he? What? Are we reading it?
You want to? Okay, hang on. Let's.
Hold on. There's a reader in the room. I can spell it out, and they can tell me how it's said.
Here he is.
Oh, that's a word. ICHTHYOLOGIST. So ologist is the end part, but the first part is ICHTH.
If anybody in chat would
Ichthyologist? Ichthyologist.
And if anybody in chat knows what this type of ology is, please just write it on in there, because you know.
Yeah, that sounds right though. Ichthyologist.
We're all about the learning.
But what is that? Hold on, I can doodle it.
You doodle it, okay. Let's
Jujule. Monkey, it's jujule.
A jujule. Okay. 3 items. And of course, there are other ways of finding information on the internet. We got the charm in the camp. We have a
zoologist who studies fishes.
Oh, okay. A fire poker in the mansion. Oh, convenient. And a shovel in the graveyard. Oh, that's exactly where you're going. Okay. Oh, wow. So
Sorry, but that was extremely threatening, and I would prefer that you take that statement back.
What? The study of fish.
You went in a shovel. No, you went in a shovel in the graveyard, which is where you'll be going. Excuse me? I mean, yes, I realize that's where I want to go, but the way you said it was very threatening, and I didn't like it.
Yes, not you personally, but the scientist. She's going to the graveyard.
Oh, okay.
So we need to put Dr. Reed in the institute. He's down here. Oh, well, that's kind of convenient. We got the 2. But it might not be convenient. We'll soon find out.
I don't know why you're like, oh, he goes here. That's convenient. I'm like, for what? The monster?
Exactly. Yes. Because the very first creature to move is the creature from the Black. The very first monster is the creature from the Black Lagoon, and it's gonna move. It's gonna move 1. Well, of course, there's no heroes anywhere close. He's gonna come creeping up to the institute. And he's going to roll his 2 dice. Villagers, unfortunately, there's nothing they can do. So if there is a hit, they die.
Not perk cards. If there's any perk cards that we have available, it's just for items, right?
It was, yes. There's nothing we can do here. Dr. Reed, no sooner does he join our game, our story, but he dies at the hands of the creature. And that moves across by 1. And now it is Dracula. Dracula moves by 1. And he goes just there. And that's it. Poor Dr. Reed, he was with us but a short time.
So they only give us 1 point on the tracker, though. We don't lose 2 points for them getting hit twice like we would with us.
Nope. He's dead instantly by the first hit. The second hit does nothing.
Villagers are a bit squishy, got it.
Oh, yes, very squishy indeed. Okay, it is...
Oh, yes, very squishy indeed.
It's your turn. Come on.
All right, let's go to the graveyard.
Go to the graveyard. You've got the lady that needs to go to the shop, and Renfield needs to go to the hospital. So you're actually kind of close, but you're going to go straight to the graveyard. You're going to get this done.
Right.
So 1, 2, 3... And then you are going to use your items. You're going to have to use those 2 items together, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah. So that's 4. and you have destroyed the final coffin.
Oh, I just now realized that those coffin symbols were also tokens. They just fit so well on the board. I thought that they were drawn on.
Right. Yes. So that's done.
Good.
So you need one more yellow item, and then you need to go into the space where Dracula is and have an action, and you can defeat Dracula. You can take him off the board. All right? But we now have a monster. So it's 3 items coming into the village. What do we have? 3 items. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move these dice out of the way, not confuse us. We have a tarot
So
deck
good at this game, you guys.
in the camp. We have a stake in the abbey. There's lots of stakes in the abbey. An analysis in the institute. The hurried assistance. Place Fritz in the tower. Okay. Yes, master. Fritz is in the tower. Thankfully, it is Frankenstein and the bride, and then it is Dracula. And Dracula moves 1. He moves to the mansion. Okay, done. It's my turn. I've got 2 of those. I'm going to pick up...
if you wanted to move me forward one, that would be really nice if you have something left over.
Oh, well, remember, I'm starting fresh. So, in effect, I can move you wherever you want to go, using up all of my movement, or all of my actions. Where do you want to go? What's best here?
Literally. You could move me into the hospital so we could drop that one guy off.
Yes, and then you can get a perk card. So, if I go 1, 2, you drop Renfield off. Thank you. You get a perk card. Late into the night. The current player takes 2 additional actions. Okay, so that's a cool one to have. So that's done 2. How about...
And then you could... You only moved me 1, though. You moved me 2.
Yes, that's 1, 2.
If you move me back, then I can pick up
that's 3.
Those as 1, 2, 3, and then attack him for 4. So if you put me back in that room, I think would be good.
Yep. So there you go. You're back there in the church. Is that good? Or do you want to go back to the grave? Yes. Okay.
No. That's fine right there. Yes.
So I have done 3 actions.
And then you could go pick up.
And if I move
Fuzzy
1
Butt over there, whatever his name was.
And
Fritz.
I'll get Fritz. There you go.
I don't know why I called him Fuzzy Butt, but I did.
I don't think we know him that well. Okay, so we've got Fritz. It is the monsters. Okay, so it's 3 items.
Clearly, everybody knew about the assistant, Fritz, aka Fuzzy Butt. It is now his name.
Ready. But we don't even have the Wolfman out on us. So we have a shot. Oh, spear gun.
I think it's because I looked at my dog before calling him something. I don't know.
Pitchfork in the barn. And a rapier in the theatre. We have the innocent. We have Maria. Maria is in the barn.
Boy, they just let everything into that theater, don't they?
They do. So Maria is there. And so, again, it is Frankenstein and Frankenstein's bride. And then it is Dracula. Dracula's going to move, thankfully, just 1 space. There he goes. Okay. Come on, Sarah. This is it. It's your turn.
I'm going to pick up all these yellow items.
So, picking all the yellows up. That is 1.
2, we're going to move into his space.
Move into his space is 2. And ultimately...
And then we're going to attack him for 3.
You're going to attack him for 3. So what do you want to attack him with? How about the crucifix and some wine? You're going to get him a little bit drunk, a bit tipsy, and then hit a crucifix on him. Yeah? Is that the way to do it?
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. It's absolutely.
No, I want to hit him with the crucifix and then pour the wine on him.
Oh, you want it to burn that way? Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm burning. Ah! Okay, so
I never got to kill Fuzzybot.
so Dracula is gone. Look at us. Which now means that the creature is the one that is frenzied. So we're just going to turn that
So now
over.
for my fourth action,
Done.
I'm going to go to the shop and get us another card.
And there you go. You go to the shop. You drop off Mileva. She's done.
That poor thing. She's passed that shop like 3 times. Like, I just want to go over there, please.
Okay.
No, not yet.
So this perk card is Visit from the Detective. Choose one. Place the invisible man in any space or move any monster 3 spaces. That is a really handy card.
Oh, 2 more actions.
Now, hey, but hang on a second. Hang on. It's still in your hero phase. You could use that card right now to move the monster away.
Oh. The move? The action one or the detective card?
Yeah, it's called a Visit from a Detective. But we're not playing with the invisible man, so we can't do that. So it basically is we can move any monster 3 spaces. The creature is here. We could move him 1, 2, 3. We could put the creature to the river. We can actually try and get him far away. Oh, actually, so if the waterfront is 1, 1, 2 to you. Waterfront 1, 2 to me. He's 1, 2 from you there. We put him to the river. He's 1, 2. 1, 2. So, it would mean that you're still, maybe. Yeah, I don't.
Hey, where does the laboratory guy want to go?
He wants to go to the precinct all the way to the top here.
Because I also have that card that gives me 2 more actions, and I could go in there and pick everything up and get him.
At least it would save him from the fact of if the monster attacks, you could use your actions to defend. That's
Right.
Because we're down to 5 if he
So
dies.
give me my 2 extra actions.
Yep. Take those so late into
And
the
I'm
night.
going to move into that room
Yes.
and pick everything up.
Him and
my
pick
2 actions.
all those. Yep. Okay, so those were the 2 actions.
Do I want to move the monster away, or should I just deal with it because I have lots of... What color is needed to fight the monster?
So for the monster, we need to go up to the camp, and we need
we have to do the boat thing.
We have to do the boat thing. But once you've got enough items now that potentially you could go up to the camp, sit yourself there, and just keep on using your items to make it happen.
Right.
You know, you could basically put your parasol up, and you have a little bench.
Kick my feet up and just start handing it in like I'm at a casino, like here.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, then.
I think yes. Save onto that card, just in case. That's that's effectively your turn done, isn't it? So it's then the monster card, because you can soak up any damage that's potentially going to happen now.
And technically, you could just sit there and send me into the hospital to drop that guy off.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think we might have this, but let's see. So
You and old fuzzy butt up there could just kick your feet up and.
Yeah. So two items. If we play this
I mean,
cleverly.
to be fair, I don't even have to drop him off. You could just send me up to the camp and I could sit there and just start dropping things.
Do you know what? You're right. Okay.
Defeat him.
Yeah, but let's finish this monster phase. So we got a flower in the docks, and we have some equipment in the tower. Okay, so that's done. We don't have to do the Frankenstein, so it is the monster. The monster moves 2. So he is going to move to you straight away. He is going to roll 1 die. He is going to hit you. I don't know. I mean, you've got lots of blues. Values don't actually mean anything with the monster, its colours. So we might as well just lose one of these.
Yellow would be best, though,
blues.
right? Because
Yeah.
blue is what's going to move me across faster.
Well, hang on. So hang on. Let's just look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blues. So you got 3.
Yeah, so let's get rid of a yellow.
Get rid of a yellow. Done. Okay. So you've
Miranda, I got this.
got rid of that. Got rid of that. And in fact, the other blue is up at the top. Right? But so the thing is, when you to defeat him, you're going to need to pick up a red as you pass through, because you need a blue, a yellow, and a red right at the very end to defeat him.
Oh, you can't make me pick stuff up. Darn it. Okay.
I can't. No, I can just move you. So, it's my turn. I have 4 actions. I could move you 1, 2, 3, 4. I could get you all the way up to there. It's all about teamwork. Oh, actually, 1, 2. If I put you to here to the mansion, you can pick up that red. Is what you need.
You can do that.
Yeah. So that's 3 for you, and I'll do my action to pick up these items from the tower. So that's 4. There you go. I think that's probably the best way to do this. Where does he needs to go to the precinct? Okay, so he's close enough. Okay, monster card. 3 more items. All right. 1, 2, 3. So we have garlic in the inn. We have a violin in the camp. There you go. It's loads of items. And research in the tower. Even more. Okay. And then on the move, move the frenzied marker to the next monster. There is only one monster, it doesn't matter. Move each villager 1 space towards their safe location. Oh, okay. So now, I'm going to assume that would be villagers that are not with us, the heroes. So it's only Maria. Maria wants to go to the camp, so she's going to move 1 down there. And now the frenzied creature, which is the creature from the Black Lagoon, is going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. He's going to come to you because 1, 2, 3 is Maria, and you are better. So 1, 2, 3. Going to come to you. It's going to roll 2 die. Oh, it's 2 hits.
Yellow is what I would give up, right?
Well, you can give up your yellow and then yellow and then a blue. So, because we don't want the
do
hits.
I only have 1 yellow left? Okay.
Yes, that's it. So that's that done. Creature has done its thing. So it is now your turn.
Right, I'm gonna go up to the camp.
Are you going to pick that red up, or are you just going to go straight to the camp?
Well, I'm thinking I might not need the red if I pick up all those yellows, right? Because 1, 2, 3 yellow, and then I would only need 4 blue, which I have.
Okay, but you do need 1 red at the very end.
Okay, then I'll pick up this red.
Okay. Okay, so you've got 1 red, so that's 1. Then you're going to move 2, 3 to get to the camp. Are you picking everything up?
Yes.
Okay, that's 4. So you've got everything. You've got nobody that needs to go to the camp. So that is you done. Now, it's up to you. You could use your special perk card to move the monster 3 spaces. Gives you maybe a little bit of room to breathe. Because if you move the monster 1, 2 to the graveyard, it's kind of putting him in a nook down at the bottom that he can't really do much from.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of that. Let's put him down there.
Yeah, so using the perk card. 1, 2, 3. There he is.
And then do I have another perk card, or that was my last one?
That was your last one, yes. Okay. Amanda's saying, can you do the camp action without picking up the items first? Yes, you could do. We could have done so. Yes. but I can't remember what the items were now, so we'll just have to go with it. Sarah's got enough items now to actually sit there and probably do most of this quite happily. All right, so over to the monster. 2 items are placed. I got a good feeling about this. 2 items. A knife in the docks and a magnifying glass in the institute. There's so much stuff in the institute. The creature is getting to move, and it is moving too. 1, 2. See, it was good to have moved it. So it's my turn. Now, my special ability only helps move people. I need to get Fritz to the Institute and Maria to the camp. So I could go 1, 2, 3. I could come to the camp as well and get us a perk. So let's do that. All the way to the camp. Maria is safe. I'm going to put that there. Because I can now help you. Get a new perk card. Conduct an investigation. Choose a space with a hero. You may place any number of heroes in that space. Doesn't really help us because we are both together now. Okay, it is over to the monster. 3.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to be the one that takes the hit from the monsters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 3 more items. 1, 2, and 3. So we got the poker in the mansion. Where's the mansion? It's there. We got a mirrored box in the mansion. And experiment in the lab. Oh, hang on, wrong one. Unbelievable.
Poker's in the mansion. It sounds like you're doing some experimenting there too. Ew.
Wilbur and Chick.
My husband just looked at me like, what?
Wilbur and Chick, where do they go? At the shop. Oh, Wilbur and Chick could be buying it for us. They could be the ones who save us. Oh my goodness, yes, they are going to. Because 1, 2, 3 to the heroes, but only 1 to the villagers. And the monster moves 1. Oh no! So it's rolling.
A bad day to go shopping, sir.
It's a very bad day for Wilbur. Here we go. 3 dice.
Sorry, Wilbur.
Oh, look at that. 2 blanks, 1 hit. Oh, again, some poor hapless villagers stick their heads up above the parapet and die instantly because the creature is upon them. Okay.
Over to me. Let's do both things.
Right. So this is it is you. You have 4 actions. So, what is the best way to navigate this boat? It's first of all using a blue.
A yellow.
Would get you there. Then it's a yellow.
I have to have a red at the end. Like, I don't use a red. I just need to have one at the end.
Exactly. So, to do it again it's another yellow. Would actually get you quite far. So, do another yellow.
Now, are these all actions?
These are all actions. So, your 4th act. This would be your 4th action. Your 4th action would be the furthest is
yellow.
a red. It's a yellow, but you need a yellow at the end. So you don't want to lose that yellow. So you might want to just do the blue. Because you want to keep hold of. You definitely need to keep hold of a red, a yellow, and a blue. So those are the ones for the end. So how about if you use one of the blues, it only moves you 1 space, but it means that next turn, now remember, next turn I can use mine to advance us along as well. So that does here and now. That's not too bad. We've got a distance here, which is good.
That we should use.
Which one? Well, sorry?
Do we have any perks that we should use or no?
I've got the 1 perk that puts us both in the same location, so
okay.
If I hadn't already come there, then it would have been great, but no, there's no use. Okay, so we have 3 items. coming out, and our final villager. So 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, here we go. So we got the pistol in the precinct. We have the bear trap in the shop. And we have the shovel in the graveyard. I like how all of the items are sort of thematic for the locations. I think it's clever. We've got the Egyptian expert. Professor Pearson is in the cave. There's the cave. Oh, he's just right next door. There he is. And the monster is going to move 2. What's the quickest way? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yep, so either or. So let's go. Let's go to the river. Be thematic about it. And that's it. He does no more. So it is my turn. I'm going to use my items as well now to move things
Yeah, I don't know
along.
if you saw what Amanda just put, but you can use your card to go get more items if you need, and then use that one card to zip you back into that room with us.
That's good call. But hopefully, my items, I've got 4 actions now. If I use all of those to move the boat, it'll be your turn. You can use your final actions to defeat the monster. So we might be okay. So let's see what we get. So I'm on a blue, and ideally the best thing for me to do is to do a blue. So use the blue, move the boat to there. The next best thing is to do another blue.
You got red? Oh yeah, no, blue. Yeah, I see it now. Okay.
Does to there. And again, the next best one is to do a blue. So I've taken the monster, the boat is all the way to the lair, and I've got 1 action left. And there's nothing for me to do. I don't even need to trade an item with you, do I? Because the lair is always the blue, and you've got a couple of blues spare just in case the boat gets knocked back.
And how many items do you have left in your hand?
I have 3 items. I have 2 yellows and 1 red.
Oh, okay, good. So I don't need to be giving you items or anything, so that way you don't die. So yeah, we're fine.
I think we are good. So we're gonna save it there. Gonna do the monster card. 3 items.
You're just gonna be the squish wall.
Yeah. So I need to put items back into the bag, the ones that have been used. So just give me a second, just while I load this up. Oh, we're so close. Okay.
I think we all like this game, and we will be playing it again because it's actually quite simple rules.
It is good fun, isn't it? Hey. Yeah.
I've decided we will play it again.
Well, do you know what? They do actually have a sequel to this game, and it is American monsters. So think of some of the classic American monsters. So the Jersey Devil.
Scarecrow? Oh, like Mothman?
Mothman, Jersey Devil. Yeah. Go and check him out on the Ravensburger shop website.
Now you have me thinking, like, what are American monsters? Okay, so the Jersey Devil, Mothman.
Well, you tell me. You tell
I
me
don't
some
know
more.
if Dracula, honey, is an American one.
Dracula's not.
Oh, American Dracula. American Dracula.
I don't know. I think it is the. I think it's maybe Bigfoot might be
Devil.
one.
The Devil.
The Jersey Devil, yeah, definitely.
No, not the Jersey Devil, just the Devil.
The Devil. I don't think America can say that the Devil is wholly their monster.
If they can say Jesus is white, they can say that the devil is their monster too.
Oh, here we go. Nastillo.
Bloody Mary, is Bloody Mary an American monster?
No. Nastillo saying Bigfoot and Chupacabra.
Chupacabra is not American.
Jersey Devil. can somebody go onto the Ravensburger website and go and actually let's get a definitive list here, because otherwise we're just picking up monsters. But remember, it will be the Americas, so it could be both North and South America, couldn't it? But anyway, someone go and have a list. There's 6 of them, I believe. Sarah. Okay, so basically the creature is going to move because we don't have... Oh, hang on. Each villager moves 1 space, so he's going to move to here. He hasn't been taken by anybody, but he's moved there.
Now he's with us.
He's definitely with us. And we're going to move the monster. Monster moves 3. 1, 2.
And I assume if you're playing this game normally that there's little stands for all of the people, but since we're flat, that's why you have them flat.
Yes, there's a whole bag of all the standees for all of the characters, but as you rightly say, I've got them all laid down so we can clearly see them and differentiate who's who. Okay, so the monster is rolling 2 die, and it's against me, isn't it? Because I am the active player. So that's fortunate. It's 1 hit. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to lose my onion. My garlic. So that's good. Come on, Sarah. Bring it home.
Okay. Attack. Or both things. I don't know. What am I?
Yeah, so basically, you just need to use a yellow, a red, and a blue, and that drives the creature away into the lagoon and off the board. And hey, the village is safe. Woohoo! And there you go. That's a game of
people where they need to go, or did we do it? We're done. Everybody's safe.
We're done. Everyone's safe. We have vanquished. We've vanquished Dracula, and we have ousted the creature from the Black Lagoon. So everybody has nothing to worry about now.
Hey, a lot less people died than I thought was going to, so I think it was a success.
Unfortunately, we lost a few people, but
You probably deserved it anyways, let's be honest.
Mistakes were made, but only a couple of people died, and I think that's pretty good going for us, You
ask the people who are still on the board, they're going to tell you that we did an amazing job.
Exactly. Yes. Everybody who survived is great. The family and friends of those who perished, maybe not so, but, there we go. Good evening, Maren. Welcome. You have joined us just as we managed to save the village from the Universal Studio monsters. We were up against Dracula and the creature from the Black Lagoon. But hey, let's take a look at some of the other monsters that are in the pack. So hang on. So what's great is that each monster has special conditions on how you defeat them. So of course, your game is going to vary depending on which monsters are in play. So we have the Mummy. So the Mummy has risen. Decipher the tablet so that you can return him to his tomb. So we've got to break the curse. So at the museum, use singular yellow pieces to move the scarabs. Make as many moves as the item's strength. Got to break the curse. And then finally, we entomb the Mummy. We have the Wolfman. Wolfman is tormented by his form. Develop an antidote and administer it to him. We've got to go to the lab.
So the Wolfman isn't an American monster?
He's a movie. He's a Universal Pictures character. These are all from the movies, yeah? But you think of the classic Dracula movies and obviously, well,
Yeah,
the Mummy.
Werewolves of London. Yeah, Christopher just reminded me of that one.
No, it's the Universal Pictures Wolfman.
Oh, it's the Universal Pictures Werewolf
Yes.
Man. Okay.
Yes. So here we go. It's the Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man.
So the Invisible Man has gone mad. Collect proof of his misdeeds so you can catch him. And then, of course, we have Frankenstein and the Bride.
Monster of Frankenstein.
This is actually quite a sort of heartwarming one because you're trying to teach them both some humanity. And that being the case, if you are able to teach them what it's like to be human again, then they go off and live happily ever after. Right, and just leave the village alone.
So,
which is really sweet. It's really nice.
Also, that would be the Frankenstein's monster, not Frankenstein. Frankenstein was the scientist.
It absolutely says that in the instructions description.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, it does. It does clarify. But yes, it would be the monster and the bride, wouldn't it? Yeah. But the villagers have just associated the scientist Frankenstein with the monster, and they just call it Frankenstein's monster. So there we go. But hey, I think this was great. This was a lot of fun. Very easy for us to teach. I think everybody watching on the chat, I think you guys all picked it up real quickly. And then, there's a good level of strategy. We really had to work together, didn't we, to make this work?
When you actually start working like a team, it becomes much easier, I think. Because, it meant that you had to just sit there and do nothing, but you moved my person around.
Yes, that was actually that was a good special action to have, wasn't it? Managed to get us out of a few situations, but it felt right at the beginning as if, we were going to lose because I was just trapped down at the bottom of the board and Dracula just kept on attacking me over and over in that hospital. But you used your perk card and I could get away. And once we did that, then we were able to start having a bit more freedom around the board, being able to do a bit more. So yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. And I love the fact that we had little stories starting to build up, didn't we, as we're meeting characters and the places we went to visit.
Yeah, I'm just glad Fuzzy Butt never died.
Well, I mean, he still needs to go to the Institute, which he has a whole host of equipment waiting for him. So, there we go.
So, and I think that we've decided that it's North American monsters, not just American monsters.
Is it? Right, okay. If you
North American would encompass a lot more places.
Right. Okay, well, that is potentially the next version of the game that we will play on the channel. So that might be a couple of weeks away. And we can see how we fare against those monsters. I guess
America, so just the Americas. So I guess American monsters in forms of like North America and South America. That makes sense now. Sorry, not everything is about America. Got it.
Okay, excellent. Right, there you go. Thanks for playing, Sarah. Thanks everybody in chat for watching. I guess we'll wrap things up then.
Right then, I will hop out of voice. This was a really fun game, and I look forward to playing it again. All right, bye-bye.
Okay, so there we go. That was our game of Horrified Universal Studio Monsters from Ravensburger. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Lots and lots of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as well. A perfect game for the Halloween coming up very, very soon. So, if you liked it, go and grab yourself a copy while you can. Get your family and friends around. And hopefully you all work together to defeat those monsters. We'll have another game to play next week. What will it be? Keep an eye open on the channel's social medias to find out what we will be playing. But until then, bye for now.